All right, I'm with Patrick. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
I guess we shouldn't be too surprised. You've had some success at the half marathon. Is there a reason you think you've done so much better at the half? I mean, you were just talking to Larry, and it seems like you've had a lot more success at the half than even the 10K and the track. Do you think, the half and even the marathon are your true distances, or do you think you just haven't gotten it right on the track yet?
Yeah, I mean, I like to think I just haven't gotten it right in the track yet. There's definitely been a disparity between the times I've run on the roads and what I've done on the track. And, like last year, it was just kind of the transition back to the track. It just was kind of awkward after, running the roads all fall and winter, and then cross country, and transitioning back to trying to run a very good 10K was difficult. I felt uncomfortable on the track, and maybe I was sputtering a little bit with the training as well, and just never found my groove there. And I think it is something that you have to make your focus. Specificity is huge, I think, when it comes to track racing.
And so, how was last year your first year of Mammoth, or how many years you been with Mammoth?
Last year I was all over the place. So I was going to originally do some grad school in Chicago. Made it about a quarter, and then running was going well. So I withdrew from the program I was in and was already joined up with Team USA Minnesota, getting a little bit of support. But then I joined them properly, I guess, so to say. Trained in Albuquerque for the winter to kind of avoid Minneapolis, and then came back in March and was with the group training on a daily basis. And then in August, I made the switch from Minnesota to Mammoth.
Oh, so that's how it went down. So what did you do in the fall?
This fall?
Yeah, last fall.
Yeah, last fall.
Yeah,
right.
Or this fall.
I ran New Haven. I was fifth there, and ran Manchester. Won't talk about that one. And ran Las Vegas half marathon. Was second there in 63:30 to Scott Boss.
So you're doing London.
Yeah.
Did you know, when did you decide I'm doing the marathon? How did you decide on London?
Well, that was kind of the impetus behind switching groups. I wanted to make the transition to the marathon, and Terrence is a proven coach at it, and there's a wealth of experience up there, and a little less with Ryan leaving, but still just a lot of experience, and I wanted to immerse myself in that. And sitting down with Terrence, he's just basically said, "Look, we're 18 months out." When we sat down in August, here's what we're going to do to give you the best shot to get a top 3 spot in the trials. So part of that plan was not making the trials the debut, because I think that's kind of negligent to go into it like that. So we were looking for a marathon this spring, and we were Dan Lilo's my agent. We were looking at some Japanese just something that would be a good group to run with. And then London ended up really developing with a lot of American guys, and Hollis Birmingham, Australia, and a lot of guys that I'm real familiar with that would be good to queue off of in a second group, and hopefully move up and catch some guys off that first.
Yeah, is there a set pace for the second group, or do you know anything about that yet?
Yeah, it's 2:10, 2:11 is going to be the early pace, and so fairly conservative, which I'm more than content with. Being my debut, so hopefully just sit in and turn the brain off for a little bit, and then start racing in the second half.
And with Ryan out of Mammoth, who are you training with?
A lot with Scotty Boz and Alistair Cragg, and Jonathan Pierce. That's and Meb a lot this fall as well, when he was hitting hard for New York. So it's really good. Always someone to bang it out with, and right now Alistair's going to be doing Boston, so we'll match.
You guys are
really
pretty much on the same
workout.
Schedule, yeah. So you've been training with him up through now?
Yeah. That crew, just almost every workout this fall, because we're all on the same page. Scotty's doing cross, and Alistair was he was kind of coming back from some Achilles stuff that he had done in the summer, but he was all of us were hitting the same workouts.
So like when you see him in rock and roll, does that give you a lot of encouragement?
Yeah, it does. It does. Like going into that, I thought I was in better shape than Scotty, and kid's just a racer. Like he can get pumped up for anything, no matter what kind of fitness he's in, and you learn a lot about racing tactics of the guys in your groups, and you can try to carry those over into your own racing. I think that's pretty huge.
I guess one thing with the group, I mean, it's great to have the guys push you, and everyone's not going to be the same fitness. How do you not get competitive with them? And sometimes you want to run your own workouts, and also you don't want to get discouraged if, say, you're coming off an injury and they're beating you or something. I mean, how do you handle that mix?
Yeah, it's a tricky dynamic. I mean, this fall, I think part of the reason that I struggled, at Manchester and struggled a little bit the second half at Vegas was I was just hitting it too hard with always wanted to be in the front end workouts with the guys, and instead of kind of taking an ebb and flow approach to it, and I think that's key in training groups. You just have to learn to turn it off some days. Some days just tuck in and hold on or run off the back, and other days do some work and take a swing at the front. And it's just you gotta just kind of go with the flow a bit more. You can't just be trying to knock every single thing out of the park, and that was the trouble I got myself into. But Terrence is very good about pointing things out like that. He'll be like, we sat down after Vegas, and it's just like, I see the trap you're getting yourself into, and just take a little different approach and rectify it.
So it sounds like when you first met with him, everything was focused on Houston a year from now.
Yeah.
You said 18 months out. So do you have your schedule kind of? And it's a little bit different this year. There's probably a fall marathon doesn't fit in. So what's the schedule after London? Do you have that kind of mapped out?
Not quite. I mean, there's a little flexibility as far as what we can do. I think May will probably be kind of a down month. Just try to get the legs back under me, take a break after London, obviously, and then get back into training and start picking out some races that will fit in well, going into the fall and towards January, next January.
All right. Well, good luck. Good job today.